our contestants, should they want to use it, they can write a... That was obnoxious. They can write a musically reactive shader should they want to, but they don't have to. So, one more thing before we start. Can I get a hell yeah? Please show me some love and laugh at all my stupid jokes, or I'm gonna cry and one of you's gonna have to hug me. Thank you, man. Thank you. So, Tim, by his pensive position, interpreting that we're ready to go. Mr. Dilly, are we go for the fight? Okay. And begin coding. 3, 2, 1, mark. So, how are you enjoying Demosplash 2019? He's having the time of his life. And he wouldn't say it if it weren't true, because everything on the internet is true. Especially everything on Wikipedia. So, behind us we have a split screen of the code happening. We'll be offering you close-ups of the code and close-ups of the graphics, because some of the text is a little bit hard to read. So on stage left, Isabel, we have floating away. She is also on stage left, and on stage right, Char Stiles is on our right screen. And as I said, we will be providing close-ups as the night goes on. So, 24 minutes remaining. Did that feel like a quick minute or a slow minute? I mean, how is it? More nervous than the coders. I unfortunately am so heavily sedated that I don't even know where I am right now. Where exactly are we? This is Ohio. So we have a sort of tunnel effect being done by both contestants now. Oh no, switching it up. That is the default, I'm told, so let's give it up for the whatever programmer who programmed the default. Yeah, you have to keep your expectations low when it comes to me. I'm not a highly intelligent individual, and as I said, I am heavily sedated. So please laugh at all my stupid jokes, or I will cry and embarrass myself on stage. The contestant on the left is Char Stiles from the city of Greater New York. I'm sorry, my left stage right. Thank you, Tim. The contestant on my right stage left is Isabel, Blackle Mori. What's that? She's making a rain marcher right now. Thank you for that. Thank you for that commentary. So as a reminder, you guys, the first head-to-head shader took place. The first head-to-head shader in North America took place last year. Not in Silicon Valley, not in Salt Lake City, not even in New York. But where did it take place, Sherrod? No, right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please, you're always supposed to validate when we add
Adult Life with
Thank you to all our performers and sponsors for this year. Thank you to Carnegie Mellon University for the institutional support for making Demosplash a reality, for supporting do-it-yourself computer art and music, both recreational. We have 19 minutes remaining. So the term shader, for those of you who don't know, it's maybe a little bit of a confusing term. It refers to the programming that was faces and polygons, special 3D effects. They are often written in a language called GLSL, GL shader, which is a C-like language. So very high performance mobile languages that can be compiled to binary code that your video card understands. So really we're talking about high-level art. Although we're not demonstrating polygons today, we think of this as maybe the face of a polygon up close. So we're going to do your live photo. Some videos and yes, how we doing this? On the right has turned into sort of a chipboard, call it. On the left, we now have and would someone like to switch and give us a close-up of what the coders are doing? They're both working on Ray Marcher, Sherrod tells me. And how would you classify a Ray Marcher?
When you shoot rays out into the screen and using time distance to calculate whether a ray has hit an object, you define that object using math. And given that, you can color the beam
eventually see a 3D Pac-Man moving through sort of a 3D maze. Who knows? Only time to tell. And on the right screen, we have sort of something that looks like it came from 2001: A Space Odyssey. So we will all be turning into gigantic silver babies soon. I apologize in advance for that. We will refund the price of your ticket if you turn into a gigantic silver baby. Tim has no comment. Tim right now is ashamed that he knows me. Shirag is not ashamed anything. Okay, thank you, Shirag. Inverse phase right now is using the only operating system that we need to mention, Linux. I just saw him in the House of Sound mixers, and that was good to see. KMF MS. It's anti-Microsoft sound. I don't know if I should say that because I don't know what's talking about. So. We might have lost a lot of money because you asked me that. Good job, Sean. Thank you. We have about 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Pac-Man is eating food right now. So we're looking at a Commodore-esque sort of sprite on top of a 3D rendered background, which I think is very interesting. To the right, we still have the Contestant working on the sunburst effect. Reminds me of a tie. So this is Demosplash. This is not a Grateful Dead concert, but especially if it's inverse phase. Michael, thank you. Yes, so I am being told that not all of the programming changes are necessarily published we have the interesting theme of 2D on top of 3D. Of course, one of the features of the Commodore 64 was that you did have built-in sprites that you would generate by accessing memory directly, and they would stay on screen no matter what else happened, and they were not subject to the palette limitations of the background or of the rest of the screen. So we have sort of a resurrection of a Commodore style of sorts, in my opinion. And what track are we listening to now, Mr. FaZe? We are currently listening to Turtlenecks by Inverse Phase. So the tunneling effect on the right screen and on stage right is currently developing. We have a lot more colors, a lot more hues being added to the shader on the right screen. See some yellow, red, magenta. And we just got a full screen peek of the Pac-Man shader. And we have just over 5 minutes remaining. So, oftentimes the question in the demo scene, or a question posed to the demo scene, is how do we keep it relevant in this age of, all this modern technology and supercharged graphic cards and quicker systems. And what I personally like about shaders is it's a good way for individuals to do some low-level coding in a way that really matters. Of course, you can work on a 3D engine, you can contribute to an open source 3D engine in C++, but writing a shader is a great way for a person to do low-level coding that is relevant in modern times. You can develop any sort of style, any sort of material, anything that you want to make your 3D game and any other 3D game pretty. And if you write your shader in GLSL, it is of course portable. So you could write a shader for Windows, God forbid, Linux, Mac, anything that you want to do. So again, please support the art of shader coding. Please support Shader Compose. Please support Demosplash and help us have another shader competition next year. It would be our third. And how are we doing, Chirag? Chirag is doing great.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I think with modern graphics cards and everything, the really low level work is to code because you can code the whole pipeline. You can work on. Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Let me add your mic here.
Oh, yeah. I guess I would just add that I think what's cool when it comes to the demo scene and modern graphics technologies, it's pretty cool to you can completely code the entire graphics pipeline and work with that, and there's a lot of neat things that you can discover when you get low level and kind of learn how the system actually works. So even beyond doing a live code shader, there's other things to explore, which is what I've thought is to be pretty cool with old school demos where people are pushing systems to their limits and finding creative ways to do that.
Thank you. So we have under 3 minutes remaining, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds as it were. So we ask that you make your final selections and bring them to the front cashier for checkout. The timer. And we are coming up on the 2-minute warning, so please prepare to to finish your final effects. We have less than 2 minutes remaining. This is a 2-minute warning, but there will be no timeout. The clock keeps running, whether or not it's an incomplete pass. Sorry for the sports reference. I'm doing all I can up here. I'm having a complete all-out panic attack, can you tell? Oh, okay. I didn't say that. Where are all our Demosplash friends, man? Show me where you are. The ghost is now changing colors, so a parameter has been added to that sprite. Is not, I don't know if we call it a sprite in the 3D world. Do we still call it a sprite? Yeah. We have under 1 minute remaining, about 50 seconds to be exact. Take us home, inverse phase. Take us home. What's that? Oh boy. And we have under 30 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining. A round of applause to bring our competitors home, everybody. Everybody. Isabel, Blackle Mori, and Char Stiles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. Thank you for competing in the 2019 Demosplash Shader Competition. Another round of applause. Bring it home. Give it up for Demosplash. Give it up for Carnegie Mellon, all our sponsors. Give it up for another great year. Give it up for all the shader competitions of the future. I'm sorry, did I say you're from the wrong city? I said you were from New York, is that correct? Oh, she is from Toronto, okay. I myself have dual citizenship. I myself have a dual citizenship. I did not expect Isabel to be competing. I mistakenly thought it was a different person. So I'm sorry for saying you're from New York, but that is a compliment, and go Giants. All right, so that wraps it up for the shader competition. So please vote. Vote.demosplash.org for Char Stiles, stage right, or Isabel, Blackle Mori, stage left. Thank you, and regardless of who wins, please keep it civil in the parking lot after the event is over. I'm out.
Thank you.
What a show of good sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen. The fighters are touching gloves.